and welcome to the Pickle Jar, where today we're going to be looking at these new wet pallets from OTP Terrain. Are they any good? Find out after this.
Pickle Jar! Pickle Jar! Miniatures! Excellent!
I'm lucky enough to have received this pair of wet pallet paint stations from the lovely people over at OTP Terrain, an Australian-based company that sells some really nice miniatures and terrain pieces. These wet pallets are the feature of their recent Kickstarter, which was funded within the first 10 hours. Congratulations OTP. Unfortunately, because of the delays with the post because of Christmas, Brexit and COVID, and then me having some time off for Christmas, this video won't release until after the Kickstarter has already ended. There will be some late pledge options though, so all is not lost. These wet pallets are 3D printed, and OTP have options to either print them and send you the wet pallet themselves, or for you to buy the STL file and print it yourself. This is a really nice option for those of you that are lucky enough to have your own 3D printer. The printed versions from OTP are really nice quality, and I didn't have any issues with either of the pallets that they sent over. I received both the small and large variants of the pallets, and I was impressed with the finished results on both. The smaller pallet is around the same sort of size as my army painter pallet, and this is the one that I'll likely be using the most because it is perfect for smaller projects. The inside of the lid has slots to hold pots of paint from a variety of different brands, wells to hold washers or thinner paints, and then spaces to hold your brush covers. Having these features here is a really nice touch, as it adds a bit of extra functionality to something that usually just gets put to one side when it's not being used as a lid. The pallet itself is nicely designed too, coming with a removable frame which helps keep your parchment paper in place, which is another nice little feature. The large version comes with more of the same, as well as spaces to put your paintbrushes. With all these extra features incorporated in the lid, these are perfect for someone with limited hobby space looking for something to use as an all-in-one solution. Both pallets come with hydration sheets and parchment sheets, and normally come with an elasticated band that holds the lid in place when not in use. Mine didn't come with the bands because they didn't have any in stock when they were sending the parcel out, and they were eager to get it out because of the delays that they expected and experienced with the post. If you have your wet pallet printed by OTP, then you also have a choice of colours and the option to have your name or a custom message printed on top of the lid. Again, mine are just the standard variants due to the time restrictions, but this is a lovely little customization option. Now, for the real test. How well does the wet pallet actually work? I've used a few different wet pallets, from homemade ones to versions from other companies, so I was eager to see how this one would hold up. I decided to paint something with plenty of skin to give me a chance to mix those colours together for various layers, so I picked this Wargamers model from Pagan Miniatures. By the way guys, everything that I'm using in today's video, there will be links for it down below in the description if you want to check any of it out. I got to work painting this guy up, and I was really pleased to see that the wet palette worked really well. The paints all stayed usable while I was working on the miniature, and I was able to get all of the skin finished and still have paint left to use. I then came back to the palette on a live stream that I did 5 days later to show them off on the live stream, and all the paint was still wet and still usable, so they get a big thumbs up from me. It's a shame that I couldn't get this out before the Kickstarter ended, as these guys really do deserve your support. These wet pallets are a really nice product and deserve to be a success story for OTP. As I said earlier, they are going to be late pledge options, and they will be available on sale in their store at a later date as well, so be sure to check out the links down below for OTP to keep up to date with what they've got going on. Thanks for checking out the review, I hope it's been helpful. If you did find it useful, leave a like, and if you want to see more from me, then hit the subscribe button. If you want to help support the channel, there are links down below for both our merch store and for Element Games, where we get a little bit of a kickback on any purchases made, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Don't forget to check out the live stream every Wednesday evening at 8 PM, and I'll see you next week with another video.